Hello everyone, this is Neha Sharma. Today in this video, we are going to start chapter number 2 of class 8th grammar, Cordova English series 8. So dear students, in our previous videos of grammar, we have covered chapter number 1. The name of the chapter is sentences and phrases. We had 7 parts of that video. I hope you understood that very well. So today let's start chapter number 2, that is nouns and pronouns. Actually you are familiar with this topic, noun and pronoun. So when we talk about nouns, dear students, see whatever the things you can see here, so that is what those all are having any name. So the naming words actually are known as what? Nouns, right? Like this, I am carrying a pen, a marker. So this marker is a name of this object, right? So this is known as what? This is known as marker. Clear? This board you can see, that white board. So this object, right, which I am using for writing, that is known as whiteboard. So this is also noun. My name Neha, that is also a noun. What your name is, suppose Shabham, Raghav, whatever your name is, that name is also noun. You are living at Sangria, so Sangria is also noun. That Sangria is in Rajasthan, Rajasthan is also noun. Rajasthan is situated in India, that India is also a noun. The famous monument, if we'll talk about India, Rajasthan, so in Rajasthan many palaces are there, Amer Fort, this fort, many are there, right? So that is what? That is noun. In India, when we talk about the monuments, India Gate, Lal Killa, Qutub Minar, many are there. So all the names, all the things which we know, all the objects which we know by their name, actually that is known as what? Noun, right? Whatever we use in our daily life, all the objects are having nouns, whether it is food item, whether it is clothing, whether it is the feelings, whatever it is, all are noun. Suppose your mother, sometimes she just scolds you, so that anger is what? That anger is also noun. Whatever the ice cream you like to eat in summer, but nowadays it is not advisable, please do not have that, right, because that can choke your throat, so that is not good for you. So but that ice cream is also what? Noun, right? So the things which we use, which we have in our surroundings, all are having the names, and those naming words are known as nouns, right? So let's see the definition and the kinds of nouns. So nouns, the naming words of the things, people, places, animals, and even qualities or the ideas and our feelings, all are what? Nouns. This is the definition for nouns. When we talk about examples, I have given you many, but let's see here: pen, teacher, apple, Delhi, India, fan, mountain, anger, school, hospital, father, mother, your brother, your t-shirt, your shorts, fan, AC, cooler, bed, everything is having a name, so that is a noun, right? Now we have to differentiate the nouns according to the different categories, and for that we have 5 kinds of nouns. So if we talk about the kinds of nouns, we have 5 kinds of nouns, that is common noun, second one is proper nouns, third one is collective noun, fourth one is material noun, and the fifth one is abstract noun, right? So these are the 5 kinds of nouns. Common nouns, when we talk about the common nouns, the things which we use in our daily life, all the objects, all are known as common nouns, okay? Like your mother, your father, like relations, okay? I am talking about relations. So relations are what? Common nouns. The food you eat, sandwich, bread, rice, vegetable, whatever it is, the fruits, okay, that is common noun. The room where you are sitting right now, and the objects which you can see there, all are common nouns, right? So common nouns which are used in our daily life, right? like school, hospital, bank, post office, all are common noun. Clear? Second one is proper noun. So proper, when we talk about a proper thing, that is actually, that should be one, like your own name. Your own name is a what? Is what? A proper noun. My name Neha is a proper noun. I live at Sangria, so Sangria is proper noun. That Sangria is situated in Rajasthan, so Rajasthan is proper noun. And that is in India, so India is a proper noun. Any name of a place, country, whatever it is, or a particular thing which is only one of its own kind, right? That is proper noun. When we talk about sun, that is one only. When we talk about the Taj Mahal, that is one only. So these things, the proper things which are only of one type, so that is known as proper nouns, right? Next one is collective. And don't forget one thing here in proper noun, whenever you write down the proper nouns within the sentence also, that you have to use the capital letters for all the proper nouns. Okay, the first letter of all the proper nouns should be written in capital. So that is very important thing you have to remind. Next one is collective noun. So collective is what? Collective is a collection of something. So but that collection should be of same objects, right? Like if we'll talk about, we have a place upstairs in our school that is called library, where books are kept. So only books are kept over there, right? No bat, no ball, nothing is kept, nothing else is kept there. Means same kinds of the collection of the same kind is there. So that is called collective. Okay, that's why that is called library. Clear? Because only books are there. Next, if we'll talk about flowers. So if I have one flower, that is flower, right? But if I have quality variety of flowers, so that flowers, that is called what? That is a group of flowers. So that we will not say group of flowers, that's called bouquet of flowers, right? Which we generally give to our guests and to our relatives, okay, on the special occasions. So that is called what? Bouquet, right? We used to carry the keys in one ring. So that ring is called what? Key ring, right? So that key ring is what? Key ring is used to put the keys together. So that keys, that bunch of keys, that is called what? Bunch of keys, right? When we have a group of dogs, actually puppies, group of puppies, so that group of puppies is called, we do not say group of puppies, that is what? A litter of puppies. It's LITTER. So whenever the same things, when we have books, right, 2, 3, 4 books are kept in a bunch, so that is what? A pile of, a bunch of books, right? When we talk about clothes, so that is what? A pile of clothes, right? So this is when we have to go stairs you have seen, so that stairs, that is called a flight of stairs, right? A herd of cattle. So like this, the words, this type of words, when we have to collect them, and they these such words of the same kind, they make one thing actually. So that is known as collective noun, right? When we talk about people, so we said it's crowd of people. So it is not a group of people, it is what? The crowd of people, right? So exactly, it is what? So all those are kept in the category of collective nouns. When we talk about material nouns, so material nouns are the objects which are required for the to make the, which are used as raw materials, like water, sand, gold, silver, all the metals, right? Wood, that is all material nouns, right? And the last one is very important, that is abstract noun. So abstract nouns are those actually things which we cannot touch. These are actually the feelings actually, right? The emotions which we cannot touch, which we can feel only. Like I'll say, when you are eating something sweet, so that sweetness you can feel, you cannot hold, you cannot touch that sweetness, that it was how much, right? That sweetness you cannot touch. Clear? Like anger, you cannot touch that anger. Clear? Kindness, if someone is very kind, so kindness of that person cannot be touched. If someone is honest, so we know that person is honest, but that honesty cannot be measured and cannot be touched. So that is known as abstract nouns. So the abstract nouns are the things which we cannot touch, but we can feel only. So just quickly take the screenshot of this and note down this in your notebook. Now we have to discuss the next thing for today in this video, that is countable and uncountable nouns, right? When we speak this word countable, so it is actually very easy that the countable are the words or the things which we can count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, okay? So, and the uncountable is what? The things which cannot be counted, right? So that is very easy actually. But here in grammar you have to listen it carefully, that suppose we will take the example of money. Everyone is running behind money and they have to count their money, and we can say we can count money. But have you seen I have many monies? I have thousands monies? No, this monies word you do not see anywhere, right? So the words actually, what the concept is of this countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns, you have to learn it, you have to remind it always. The nouns, the things which are having the singular and plural, both the forms, okay? The nouns which can be written in the singular and the plural forms are countable nouns. Let's take the examples. River, river singular, and the plural of the singular is what? Rivers. Town, singular, plural of town is towns. Third one is basket, plural of this basket is what? Baskets. Book, books. Bottle, bottles, etc. Okay, so these are the examples of countable nouns. So what you have understood, that the nouns which are having the singular and the plural forms are countable noun, right? Now let's understand the nouns that can be counted. This is given everywhere, you have read this everywhere. So the nouns that can be counted, that's one thing. Words generally used with them are, means the determiners which we have to use with them to determine them are 1, 2, few, many and some. Like I'll say 2 rivers, 3 rivers, 4 rivers, or it may be many rivers, some rivers, like that, right? When we take the example of baskets, I have 2 baskets full of flowers, I have 3 baskets, I have many baskets, right? So this is what. And when we talk about bottle, so if I'll say, yes, this example I have to give you, I have a bottle of milk, right? So milk is what? Bottle is what? Countable, but milk is uncountable. I am saying a bottle of milk, right? So this you have to keep this in mind. Next one is uncountable. So here it is written, the nouns that can be counted. The nouns that can be counted. But I have told you one more thing, the nouns which are having only one form. Both the forms are written in singular form. Like I'll say money. So money is money in both the forms, whether you are having many or one only, right? So that is money. Next I will talk about what? Milk. So it can be liters of milk, it can be bottles of milk, but it is not milks, right? It is not teas. It can be a cup of tea, it can be a bottle of tea, right? But it is not teas, right? So this you have to keep in mind. Words generally used with them, means the determiners which we use to determine these nouns are little, much and some. And here see, some is used here also and here also. That concept I will tell you afterwards, but right now you have to concentrate on this. Little, much and some are the determiners which are used with the uncountable nouns, and few, many and some, or 1 and 2 or 3 or 4, any counting, right? So that is used with the countable nouns. Second thing I'll talk about here, India, like the proper nouns which we have discussed here. So all the proper nouns are actually uncountables, right? I have given here example of India only. It is China, Australia, any name, okay, any name which are in the form of proper nouns. So that all are uncountable nouns. Next is name of a person, that is also proper noun. Kindness, that's what, abstract nouns. So abstract nouns are also uncountable, but in some cases it may be countable, that we will discuss afterwards when we will get that exercise. But right now you have to know the abstract nouns are also uncountable. Next is milk, copper, memory, rice, water, etc. So these are what? These all are uncountable nouns. So dear students, in this video we have learnt only about nouns, right? Then the nouns are the things which can be given the naming words, like things, people, places, animals, ideas, feelings, okay, those all are nouns. And we have learnt the 5 kinds of noun over there. First one is common, second is proper, third one is material, fourth one is abstract, fifth one is collective, right? It may be mixture of that, but it is not mandatory that you have to learn it sequence wise, right? But you should know the kinds of that and what are the things, what are the names which are in the category of common, proper, abstract, collective and materials. So I hope you understood this. Now when we talked about countable and uncountable nouns, so countable are the objects which can be counted, but the second thing is countable are those which are having both the forms singular and plural. When we talked about uncountable, so uncountable are the nouns that cannot be counted, but the singular form is used everywhere, so that is known as countable and uncountable. I hope you understood this. Please take the screenshot of this and note down in your notebook, and I suggest you to do one exercise of this chapter number 1, exercise A, which is given on the first page where the chapter is starting. I think this is on page number 11 of your book, right, this is page number 11. So you have to do page number 11, exercise number A. That is today's homework for you. Please do it and we will discuss it in the videos where we will cover the exercises. Thank you very much for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.